Hello, I'm Ronnie Peterson. I'm running for re-election state representative of the 54th District, representing the city of Ypsilanti, Ypsilanti Township, and Superior Township. I am pleased to have this opportunity to grant this interview of what I think is very important for the electors to hear before they go to the polls, the different opinions and views of those who seek office. Let me just say that if I was going to claim a passion, because I think first of all, your commitment should be to serve. I would say to serve my community, which I was born in some years ago. My brothers and sisters, we came up here, we worked in the community, we were volunteers in the community, engaged in the community my whole entire life. I was educated in this community. I feel so fortunate to have the opportunity to give back to a community that I care so much about. Let me say that I feel proud about the fact that I work collectively with elected officials to make things happen in our community, to better the quality of life for people who live in our community. And that is my passion. And if I think I was going to name one thing, it would be a passion to serve others within my community. And how do I would say, how would I do that in terms of communicating and seeking your opinion? I don't think I would too much change other than the fact that I sometimes wish I had more time. When you're a legislator, you not only spend time in your district, but you spend a lot of time in Lansing with the legislative process, but also with all of the various interest groups that have issues around the state of Michigan. So representing a particular district, it doesn't limit you to the politics of that district or the legislation of that district, but you also serve all of the people of Michigan. So sometimes you get requests because of the various committees you're on, and I'm fortunate to serve on Appropriation Committee that oversees the state budget. People want to meet with you and chat with you and talk to you about issues. But you find out your issues has a lot in common with many of the citizens' issues that you represent in your particular district. And so I try to make myself accessible as much as possible. I'll meet with one individual, groups of individuals, neighborhood groups, associations. I think I attend just about everything I'm invited to if my schedule allows me to, if I don't have major conflicts in terms of trying to be in two different places at the same time. I will continue that. I've done that my whole career as a volunteer as well as an elected official, and I will continue to do that, making myself available for coffee hours, to community groups, neighborhood associations, as well as just going to the park and just sitting and chatting with folks. That what moves me, knowing the compassion of those and concerns of those in my particular district and the people I represent, and I will continue to do that. How do I bring them more in the process? I think we'll continue to doing the newsletters, the webinars, the emails we send out. And we send out a lot of emails communicating with my constituent base, but also encouraging them to get involved in the election process. I got involved because of the civil rights movement. My grandparents, my father's parents never had opportunity and liberty to vote. They never had a chance to vote. So every time I engage in that process, I remember my grandparents who knew how to read, knew how to write, but knew in coming up in Alabama, it was not encouraged for them to participate in the electoral process. We got to continue to remind people it's an obligation you have as a citizen of this particular great country we're in to participate in the electoral process and elect people who reflect the views and the concerns and the interests that you represent and you encourage your elected officials to be a part of. What would I do in terms of elected officials that's different and in terms of representing our needs is to continue to solicit your input, continue to solicit your comments. I think many people who call the office know they call if I'm there. I take your calls. And if I'm on the House floor, my staff send me your number. I return your call. I'm always accessible. I publish my cell number, and I'll continue to publish my cell number to make myself accessible and available. And I hope our newsletters, our vehicles of communications in terms of what we put on the website, what we send out in terms of emails, what we communicate to our community, saying we're accessible and available to represent your interests. To say that we're always going to agree on an issue, let me just make a point here. I will always agree to listen and to listen to your input. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this opportunity to serve you, as well as this opportunity to interview with you. I work for you. I hope I always remain myself accessible and available to the people of this great community. Thank you for this great opportunity. Appreciate you.